What's going on, guys? It's your boy Boxing Facts or Fiction. I need to do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. Guys, Gervonta Tank Davis is at it again, guys. Gervonta Tank Davis is one of the most undisciplined fighters in the sport right now. I mean, one of the biggest fights of your life, Mayweather versus McGregor. You was on for the co-main event and you missed weight and lost your title. Now you almost missed weight for this fight with this kid almost missed weight with a fight for nobody. He got on the scale, weighed 130.2 above the limit, 0.2 pounds above the limit. That's just embarrassing, man. This whole time you knew you was overweight. This guy had to take his drawers off, go behind a towel just to try to make weight. Even after doing that, he still was off a few pounds. He had to go whatever he had to go do to come back and make the weight. Guys, that's so unfreaking professional, man. Coming from a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis, has a promoter like Floyd Mayweather, Gervonta Davis remind me of one of those kids that get one of the biggest talks from their parents and it just goes in one ear and come out the other. It's like they like to find out the hard way, you know? They have so much potential, but they don't listen. Gervonta Davis is one of those kids that have so much potential, but don't listen. I mean, we just seen Floyd Mayweather sit on the stage the other day, took the blame for guys like Gervonta Tank Davis. You know, Gervonta Tank Davis has, I say, 2 notable wins in his career so far. Jose Pedraza and Cuellar, whatever his name is. And those were 2 world title fights. Every other fight he has fought guys we barely know. So we can't give him a pass anymore. The only 2 times he really stepped up was for titles. So now you have become a champion. You have to fight other champions. We understand that Abnormals suffer a retina detachment or whatever, but it doesn't matter. Javier Fortuna wanted to be the replacement. Why didn't you let Javier Fortuna? That would have been a much better fight. Javier Fortuna gave Robert Easter Jr. a great fight. Even though Javier Fortuna faked the injury against Adrian Granados, but he gave Robert Easter Jr. a good fight. And it's a possibility Gervonta Tank Davis may be moving up to 135. At 135, that's where Robert Easter Jr. and all those other guys are. Lomachenko. So for Gervonta Davis to be missing weight is unprofessional. But he went and came back and made the weight. So he's still fighting for it. But I want to talk about what Floyd Mayweather said at this press conference. Floyd Mayweather said he gave Gervonta Davis probably the best advice you could tell a fighter. Fight for yourself, man. At the end of the day, it's all about the W's. These fans are going to hate you regardless, no matter who you fight. So he needs to fight for himself and make sure he get the W. But we as fans, we're not going to tolerate him just fighting anybody. We need to see him fight champ. So just because Floyd Mayweather is telling the truth that he needs to fight for himself and worry about the W, doesn't mean we as fans should give him a pass for fighting nobodies. Floyd said we need to blame him. No, we're not going to blame Floyd Mayweather. We're going to blame the fighter. Because as a fighter, you have to say too. Yes, that's your promoter, but you're going to take a lot of backlash from us fans because we pay our hard-earned money to see you fight. We don't want to see you fight cab drops. We want to see you fight. We want to see you fight champions. You look really good against Jose Pedraza. You just came on. You just did an interview disrespecting Lomachenko, saying Lomachenko, why is he considered pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world when you stop Pedraza? Okay, we agree with that. You stopped Pedraza in 7th round. Lomachenko went the distance with Pedraza. Your win was much better than Lomachenko win, and you were younger at the time when you beat on Pedraza for a title. So your win was much impressive, but now after that, you haven't stepped up. You stepped up one more time to fight Jesus Cuellar, won that WBA super belt. After that, you've been out for a long time and you come back to fight Abnormals. Yeah, Abnormals pulled out, but you should have fought this guy. Javier Fortuna is out here calling you a chicken, said he wanted that work, and you ducked him. Guys, I'm a huge fan of Gervonta Tank Davis. The kid has potential. The kid has a lot of potential to be the future of boxing. If he's not the future of boxing right now, he has potential to be the future of boxing. But he has to fight these bigger names, guys with title. He has to go after guys like Machado. The guys in his weight class, he has to go after Burchett. He has to go after guys with the belt. He needs to go after guys with the belt. He needs to unify. Before he even move up to 135, he needs to go after the belt, get a few more belts at 130. He has won 2 belts. He's a 2-time champion at a young age. He's going the same route as Adrian Broner. Early success in his career. But as long as Floyd Mayweather behind him, I don't think he's going to slip too bad as Adrian Broner. So he has a pass with that. He has Floyd Mayweather in his corner. But Gervonta Davis, I'm saying it right now, guys, we cannot give guys like Gervonta Davis a pass just because Floyd Mayweather said we should put the blame on him. We're going to put the blame on Floyd Mayweather, but we're also going to put the blame on Gervonta Tank Davis. He needs to stick behind his promoter, man-to-man, have a man-to-man conversation. You out here making me look like a punk. I need to fight for the title. If you really believe me, let me fight these lions. Let me fight these lions, because I'm a lion myself. And I know I can beat these guys. But it was very unprofessional by Gervonta Tank Davis. I'm glad he went up there and came back and made the weight. He done what he had to do. So we all know what he's going to do when he goes there Saturday. He's going to go in there and knock this guy out. I'm predicting he knocked this guy out in the first few rounds. I feel like Gervonta Tank Davis will overpower this Hugo Ruiz guy. He's going to go in there, break this guy down to the body. He's going to chop this guy like a tree. He's going to give us a highlight reel knockout. He's going to put on his show. Now you feel like he has a chip on his shoulder. He almost missed weight. And he hasn't fought in a long time, so he's going to destroy this guy. We're all going to be like, hey, great knockout. That's what's going to happen. But as a true fan of the sport, this is what I'm expecting. For him to go in there and blow this guy out the waters. But I'm not going to be satisfied with that performance. I'm also going to be very disappointed if he doesn't go in there and blow this guy out the waters. Stop this guy in the early round. This fight shouldn't go past the 6. This fight should be over in like 4 rounds or less. I won't be surprised if he stopped this guy in the first round. This shouldn't even be a tough fight. This is an easy fight, guys. We got to call it what it is. This Hugo Ruiz guys have no business being in a ring with a guy like Gervonta Tank Davis. This guy's a special athlete. So for him to be fighting guys like that, it's unbelievable. It's disgusting. It's bad for boxing. But he's not going to get criticized because he's with Floyd Mayweather. And a lot of people, they don't want to criticize him because a lot of people got a lot of respect for Floyd Mayweather. So the kid's not going to get criticized. And plus, Floyd Mayweather just came on the air and said it's not the kid's fault. It's his fault. So he wants to take the blame. But I'm not buying it. I'm not buying the bullshit. The kid really wants to fight the best. Floyd Mayweather should put him in there with the best. But anyway, like I said, I see Gervonta Tank Davis going in there, putting on the show, and knocking this guy out in impressive fashion. After this Ruiz guy, I would like to see Gervonta Tank Davis versus Machado. I think he's ready for that fight. I think Pedraza probably was a much better fight than Machado. Machado is not a better boxer than Jose Pedraza. Gervonta Tank Davis beat Pedraza a long time ago. So that's an easy buy I feel like he can go ahead and get. So that fight needs to happen. Machado called him out, said he wanted that fight. The only problem with that fight is Machado is with the zone. Will Gervonta Davis go over to the zone to make that fight happen? Or can they come over to PBC and Showtime and make that fight happen? But that's the fight I want to see next. I want to see unification fight from Gervonta Tank Davis next. Gervonta Tank Davis fight anybody other than a unification fight. As a fan, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to make a lot of videos downplaying Gervonta. I don't want to do that. I want to support the kid. But I want to see champions versus champions, man. The best versus the best. We are the fans are supposed to be to blame for this. We allow this shit to happen. We have to give a lot of backlash. Go on his page, go on his social media, and tell him to fight the other champions. We need to be entertained. This is why we support the sport of boxing, because we all have a fighter in us. We all have a fight in us. We all love to see a good fight. We don't want to see a guy too strong that he's going to overpower the next guy, too skilled that he's going to outclass the next guy. We want to see 50-50 fights. We want to see champion versus champion, the best versus the best. Gervonta Tank Davis gets no pass. But do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos.